In our constant day-to-day need to improve ourselves, we can sometimes forget what we currently have and feel as if what we have currently isn't enough. And especially in the trading and investing field or in the field of entrepreneurship, self-development is very heavily promoted. And I think the advantage of promoting a sense of self-development is that a lot of the times holds us accountable to grow, but there's another side to that. It can sometimes make people feel like what they currently have isn't enough and who they are isn't enough. And sometimes what we do is we promote this fantasy of who we think we should be in our life, and we compare it to who we currently are, and that gap there is stress and depression. We can't honor where we are currently. We can't be grateful for who we are because we're constantly comparing who we are to a fantasy of who we would want to be or who we wish we were. So my message in this video is very, very simple. Nothing is ever missing in your life. It's just sitting in an unrecognizable form. So whatever you perceive as missing and you think self-improvement will give you, you currently already have that thing in your life. And let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, you perceive wealth is missing in your life and you don't have enough wealth. Your wealth may not be sitting in the financial form yet. It may be in the other 7 areas of life determined by your priorities. So say, for example, you have a very high priority on learning and reading and researching. Your wealth will be sitting in the intellectual form, and you'll have a lot of intellectual property that's worth a lot of money. And it's not until you package and market that intellectual property can you transform it into the financial form of wealth. So too, if you have a high priority on relationships and social expression and socializing, those types of things, your wealth is going to be sitting in your social contacts and the relationships you have with friends. So too, if you have a high relationship on health and your physical beauty and vitality, your wealth is going to be sitting in your physical body. And you may be incredibly fit, vital, and sexy, and that's where your wealth is going to be. So nothing is ever missing. It's hiding in an unrecognizable form that's determined by your hierarchy of priorities. And you can take whatever form you have it in and you can put a strategy in place to transform it into the financial form, but nothing's ever missing. So sometimes with this personal development thing, we get caught into the feeling of, I don't have what I want, where in fact you already do. It's just sitting in an unrecognizable form. So my suggestion to people is to honor the form your life currently demonstrates you hold your wealth in, or whatever you perceive as missing. Identify where you currently hold whatever you perceive as missing, and then put a strategy in place to take it from where it currently is to where you would love it to be. And what you'll come to realize is that whatever you want, you already have, and it will promote this resourceful and abundance mindset, and you won't be stuck in the trap of comparing yourself to a fantasy of who you wished you were. You're going to be able to honor who you currently are in the form you currently have it. And if you want to, you'll be able to see the strategy that's going to get you to where you would love to be. You won't be depressed, you won't be stressed, you'll be inspired to take consistent and persistent action on a daily basis because you're grateful for who you are and you see where you would love to be and you see the path laid out. So that's my little ramble on personal development and honoring who you are and being resourceful and being abundant and seeing that whatever you want, whatever you're using personal development to fill the void, that void is already filled. It's just in an unrecognizable form.